How's everybody doing tonight? Don't be shy. Let me know in the chat. Let's get to know each other. Let's talk. All right. That's the instruction booklet. I guess what we want to look at though is our progress. Oh, that's my speaker. All right. So the ROKR 3D pinball. You can see there's some complex, pieces here. Here's the tabletop. There's more pieces off screen. There's the back or the front, whatever you want to call it, that like tall part of the pinball machine. Sorry that I don't know. There's a ton of tools here. There's double-sided tape, transparent tape, obviously sandpaper and wax. There's several wooden tools. There's nippers. There's a screwdriver. The pieces come in plastic, rubber, metal, wood. There's circuit boards. There's LEDs. What I'm trying to say is there's a lot going on in this puzzle. This is not your normal puzzle. We're up to day 21. I don't know how many days it's going to take. I think we're past the halfway point, maybe even significantly past. In the instruction book, we're up to page 36, and I believe there's about 60 pages total. So let's get into it, see how it goes. I actually think we finished page 36, and I just didn't adjust. All right, there's page 36. Yeah. So page 36 ended. Oh, you can't see it, but here. This is page 36, and it ended with this piece, which we have right here. It has this long cable attached to it. I need the other camera to show you the length of this cable. I don't know where this cable is going to go. It's probably going to feed through some hole and connect underneath, because there are circuit boards underneath. There's going to be power underneath. There's going to be lights that flash through. Obviously, these, like arrows and bonuses and these stars, they're all going to light up, assuming we get this done. So this is all to say, I think we're done with page 36, and we're actually up to page 37. So let's take a look at page 37. All right. Yep. So it's a lot of pieces. We need a lot of pieces. All right. We were dealing with this last week. So for 3 days, we were doing other puzzles. But we're back to the ROKR 3D pinball, and I just remember it's like, as you can see there, the C, D, F, and J boards. The only thing really good about that, it's 4 boards for, half a page of building. But at least they're all wooden boards. They're not cables and screws and washers and nuts and, plastic pieces and rubber pieces, springs. I mean, they're just like wood pieces, so it should be pretty easy. But regardless, we have to collect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces. The J7 might be a tool that we already have, but regardless, we got to pick. I'm going to bump up the scoreboard by 17 right now. So we're going to go, but if that J7 is a tool, I'll remove that. Like this might be J7, I'm not sure. So we're going to go from 651 to 668. But we can move back to 667 if it turns out that J7 is a tool that we've already accounted for. Regardless, we got to pick 16 or 17 pieces. So let's look at one of these questions while I'm selecting the pieces, so it's not just like we're looking at pieces. Who was the first to sign the Declaration of Independence? Hancock, Washington, Jefferson. John Hancock, George Washington, or Thomas Jefferson? We're looking from the word teasers deck first. There's several word teasers deck. This one is first. So I guess Hancock is really famous for signing like right at the bottom. Not even right at the bottom, but the bottom of the text and right in the middle. And I think he signed in a size that if basically, if the other signers had done the same size, they wouldn't have fit on the piece of paper. There's I think it's an insurance company in Boston named John Hancock, and they use his signature as their logo. So that's probably a strong guess. The fact that Hancock signed in the center and oversized, that makes it seem like he was probably the first. George Washington was the first president, so that seems like a red herring. So let's say not George Washington. And who was the other one? Thomas Jefferson? Yeah, Thomas Jefferson they wanted. Well, Jefferson is famous for being a significant contributor, if not the primary author of the Declaration of Independence. So you're naming the first president, the biggest signature on the Declaration of Independence, and the person credited with writing it. So I feel like the answer is just Hancock. Like, this is an easy question. Like what else could it possibly be? Like Washington's, that's a red herring. It's the first president. Washington's the first president. That's a red herring. Jefferson wrote the document. Again, that's too easy. Hancock seems too easy. I mean, it seems like the type of thing that can't possibly be the answer, because like you would assume that they're going to try to trick you in some way, but I'm going to say that it probably is the answer. So let's just take a look here. John Hancock of Massachusetts, which is why that company's in Massachusetts, I guess, was the first to sign it. His flamboyant signature is so recognizable that the name John Hancock became synonymous with signing a document, as in, put your John Hancock here. So it tells you that people used to study history more back in the day. All right, so we still have a lot of pieces to collect. We only got through the C's, so let's get another question going here. In which Sherlock Holmes story by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle do we meet the great detective and his compatriot, Dr. Watson? The Hound of Baskerville, the Red-Headed League, A Study in Scarlet. Now, I'm going to take the Hound of Baskerville out for three reasons. One, the previous answer was also the first choice. Two, it's the only one I've heard of. And then the next two, the Red-Headed League and what was the other one? The Study in Scarlet. Scarlet and Red-Headed are both red. So I feel like it's one of those two. In fact, I feel like it's the Scarlet, because the redhead would be the red herring. I think so anyway. That's my guess. So I don't know anything about... I didn't even watch the movie. I think there's a movie where Iron Man plays either Watson or... what's the name of the actor who plays Iron Man? He's very famous. Robert Downey Jr. I think he plays either Watson or Sherlock Holmes, but I didn't see that movie, so I don't know whether he really did or not. But I think so. I think he's famous for that. So we're gonna have to keep these these 17, 18, and 19 in order, because they look the same. So we don't want to mess up like which one's which. I think keeping them in order will prevent that. Hold on a second. I dropped the tool. For some reason, I broke the 180 rule, and I was working on the right side with my left hand and the left side with my right hand. And of course that didn't work. All right, so there's 17. And then there's 18 and there's 19. I'm just going to keep them in order. They do look somewhat different. We probably wouldn't mess up even if we did mess up the order. All right, so does anyone out there know Sherlock Holmes? Do you have the answer? So the first one that Watson appears in. I mean, elementary, my dear Watson. I mean, wasn't he in all of them? They like made them before Watson showed up? I didn't even know they did that. And you know, I don't even know if that Hound of Baskerville is Sherlock Holmes. I just know that I've heard of it. So I figure it's like probably is Sherlock Holmes, but I don't know. The F board. Do you remember the F board? It has like so many pieces on it. F10 times 5. Now, what is F10? It's probably like some little pin or something like that, right? Let's see. This F board is a nightmare. All right. All right. Here's F10. It is a little pin. There's about 12 of them there. We need 5 of them at this point. All right. There's 3 of them. Okay, there's the 4th one. Was like, it fell onto the board. So now we got to try to get 1 out without getting the other 3 out. And then after this F board, I'll reveal the answer to that Sherlock Holmes, which I don't know myself. And now F17, 18, and 25. I see 25. It's a huge piece here. It looks like, frankly, it goes with those other pieces. Those D, 17, 18, and 19. All right, so there's 25. And we need F17 and F18. F17. Is this F17, this little circle? It says F17 right here, but I can't tell if it's pointing at this or this. Like, there's F18. F18 is a little pin. There's F17. What is this one? It looks like it says 27 on it, and then it's like, I guess it says F27. So this is 17, this is 18. And we need 1 each of those. Okay. All right. So 17 and 18. Now, we still need that J7, but I think we already have it. I think J7 was a tool. I think it was this tool, but let's see. J7, right? I don't even see the J board here. Did we finish with the J board? Oh no, it's right here. J board. Okay. No, J7's a new piece. All right, so there are 17 pieces. All right, there's J7. I think this was K7. And I didn't do this puzzle in 3 days, so I got a little confused there. Anyway, here's J7. It's actually a pretty unique piece. All right. Done with that. Now, what do we need to do with this stuff? Starts off with a little window here. And by the way, they're indicating wax on F17 and C13. So C13 sticks onto C25. J7 is at the center of F17 and F18. And J7, F17, and C13 all get waxed. There's a note about a wire, but I think that's not now. Let's see what that note. The note says, pass the wire through this hole and straighten it downwards. Do not apply much force. Okay, that's not a reference to the part we're working on. The part we're working on, we're just making some little, I don't know what. All these pieces are going to go together. Let's just do it. All right. There's so much going on here. I don't even have anywhere to put this stuff. All right, anyway. Let's get the pieces we need. C13, C25, J7, that needs to be sanded. I could feel the splinter on it. J7, F18 also needs to be sanded. And F17, which also needs to be sanded. All right, that's all the pieces. Let's get the answer about Watson and the other guy, Holmes and Watson. Study in Scarlet. So we got it right. Published in 1887, A Study in Scarlet was the first of 4 novels and 56 short stories featuring the great detective Sherlock Holmes. Conan Doyle modeled Holmes after one of his university professors. Yay, we got the question right. We didn't know the answer, but we just played the guessing game, and I guess we got it right. All right, so we need to wax a couple of these pieces, huh? We need to wax C13. There's a little, like, center point. I think that's what they want waxed, but I'm going to wax the whole thing because... no, they did say at one point wax gray points. Alright, so this circle is also going to get waxed. And then this J7 is going to get waxed. I think it only needs on this side. But anyway, I waxed both sides. Alright, now we got to start making this happen. Alright, C25. Let's get the orientation right. So, this little pin in front. That's where C13 is going. And there's 2 like logos on it. I don't know if you can see that. It's sorry, I started streaming early tonight. Yeah. It's a triangle and an O. But you can ask. Viewers will hear your question. Alright. I started streaming early tonight because I have to wake up tomorrow, so my son had a question, but I guess he was too shy to ask on stream. I don't know. Anyway, so here's how the piece looks. The triangle on the left and the circle on the right of C17 and C25 going in there. All right, so, and then J7 on the bottom of C25, there's like a little hook there. And the J7 is going to go in there, but J7 is an inked piece, so we have to be careful that we're doing the right orientation. And I believe this is it. So it actually, J7 is going to stick out to the left. And I think we have to push that in a little deeper. Right? Yeah, that needs to go in deeper. Which is tough to do. I'm going to use this tool. Maybe that's going to help. Yeah, that's going to help. There we go. Basically, I couldn't fit my finger in there, but the tool worked. I don't know why they had us wax that piece. That kind of makes it like it can come undone. Like, it's not a good idea to wax that piece. Alright. Wow. This is how it goes. And then this little pin is going to hit that circle. So that circle got wax. So does that pin get wax? No. It doesn't say to, so let's not do it. In fact, that pin goes all the way through, and then the circle attaches to the pin. Alright, so F18 goes into J7. Now let's provide some back support to that, and then stick the circle on the front. There's ink on the circle. They're showing the stars on top. I don't know if it matters, but that's how I'm going to do it as well. I'm going to match what they did. Support the back, push it on. Alright, that's it. That little whatever it is now built. So there's a picture there. It's either not a good picture or we did it incorrectly. I don't know. What do you think? Does that look like the picture? Really hard to say. It's like at a weird angle. There's an angle you can hold it where it kind of looks like that, but I don't know. I think it's right, but I'm not sure. All right. So now they want us to connect the last piece that we built on day 20, which is this piece. And it's going to connect to the tabletop, to the pinball table. And this is going to go in there somehow. I'm not sure how. Insert the protrusions to the proper position. I'm just reading straight from the board. Insert the protrusions to the proper position. All right. It's another very important instruction. Pass the wire through this hole. This hole? It's not very descriptive, but I guess let's keep an eye open for that. Well, if we line this up, then we should be able to find the hole. It should be right underneath the cable. Let's take a look here. I see a hole back here. Is that what they're talking about? It's a pretty big hole. That's the only hole I see. So let's hope that lines up. Now, there's more to do here. For example, we need to connect that piece that we just built to the bottom of this. Or is it to this? Oh, okay. Arrow. Look, we have triangles and triangles. No, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. All right. Let's see. I got no idea. And maybe this is not the location. Because this space is already taken. But it does have the wire. Is there any more connections? There's just one little slot there. Well, there is a slot here. Do those two slots fit together? Does that look right? I don't know if this is correct or not. It's really not clear. Let's see if they have a picture of after it's installed. Okay, yeah. That does look correct. Okay. So we gotta slide this in here. There's a chip there. I don't want to smash the chip. Alright, that looks good. Now I think it's time to pass that wire through. So pass the wire through this hole, then straighten it downwards. Do not imply much force. Okay. And then insert protrusions into the proper position. The proper position. Very non-specific instructions. They're kind of like, just do it. I mean, just go ahead and do it. Like, what's the problem? Go ahead, do it. Alright, so we're going to try to do it. Is this piece supposed to move? It looks like a target of some sort. It came off. That's weird. So that means it was never really stuck on that good in the first place. The first time the ball hits this, it's going to come off. Unless this tab is getting inserted somewhere. Which maybe it gets in that same hole. Where the cable is going to go. Yeah, I think that is what's going to happen. So, if you take a look here. it shows the cable and that piece of wood both going into that same hole at the bottom. So I guess the cable goes in that like back nook, and then the tab goes on front. So there's a cable here, there's a tab here, and then there's the hole there. So I think if we put the cable through the hole, and then we push it to the back of the hole, and then put the tab in the front, like that should work, right? Well, one way to find out. Try it and see if it works. And then this ramp is supposed to connect, I guess, 100 other places. I dropped the table. Luckily, it stopped when it hit me. Alright. Very tricky part here. But I think we can do it. Wow. It's wiggling all over the place. I need a minute to think about what's going on here. All right. Trying to get that in there. But it's not going in. What if we connect some other stuff first, like over here? Where are the connections over here? There's a high and a low. Like, which one does it connect to? I would guess the low. But let's see in the instructions. Yeah, the low one. Yeah, it connects to the low one. Alright, I'm going to spin this around so we can see that cable. No, we're never going to see that cable because there's like a wall behind there. Let's take a look from the bottom. Alright. Think we can get this in from the bottom? I feel like I want to detach that piece from the rest of the ramp and just get it in there, and then do the rest of, and then reattach the ramp. But the problem is that the cable is attached to the ramp, so that's not going to work. I knocked it apart. I knocked this piece off. So that's exactly what we're now going to do. That thing that I was saying is not going to happen. That's what we're going to do. The board made the decision for us when it came apart. Okay. We'll get it like reasonably close. And then we'll get this piece in there. Wow, this wires could easily break. Okay. Now we got to get it back on where it was on the top. And then we got to make all these other connections going around, which I think there's only 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, there's 4 of them on the left and only 1 on the right. And then there's the pin in the back. Right now I got nothing. Nothing's happening. Alright, pin in the back is on. Right is on. All right, now we just got the left. See if it's lined up there. Maybe it's on. I gotta take a close look. No, it's not on. But it looks like it's lined up. I'm not sure why it's not going on. Just jiggle it a little bit and maybe it'll go on. How is it going to go up this ramp if it's like, you know, it's like there needs to be something here to like elevate it. Otherwise, it's going to bounce back. Well, I guess if it's going fast enough, it'll jump the curb. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, it looks the same as theirs. I'm not sure I can get these on any lower because the wood is against the table. So I don't think it's going to go any further. And then is this going to continue like... It doesn't look like it lines up. It seems like it should, right? Like continue this ramp. I don't know what it's going to do. Let's not guess. Let's look at the instructions. All right. So we got to build some structure over here. D19, D18, D17, D16. Did we not collect a piece? Because we only have 3 of those D pieces. So there must be one we didn't collect. 19, 18, 17, 16. That's the C sheet. 19, 18, 17, 16. Yeah, we left 16 in there for some reason. This D sheet is almost done. There's a D7 and 2 D5s, and those easily could be doubles. Not that it really means anything. It doesn't bother me to keep this sheet here, but... Alright, so this is 16. So this is like... this should be 19. Now, we got to do it kind of backwards. We got to actually put these 4 pins through the bottom of this. And then we'll stack on top. So, these, there's 5. Oh, there's 5 pins. Yeah, okay, 5 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pins and 5 places to put the pins. I don't know if they're going to fall out. Maybe we only need to do like a couple at a time and then start building on top. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the outside first. So there's only 2 pins on the outside. 3 on the inside. So 2 pins on the outside. First get D17, which one is D17? I think it should be this one, right? It's a little tricky. Well, remember this puzzle's rated a 6 difficulty. It's like even the easy parts are hard. It's like nothing. There's nothing easy in this puzzle. Alright, come on. Get in there. Am I doing it? Yeah, I think I'm doing it the wrong way. Hope I didn't break it. It looks like they do it this way. Basically, the pin head is parallel with the track, not perpendicular. That's the way to do it. I originally had them going the wrong way, but now I got them going the right way. Alright, let's get that second pin in there. Alright, now the top row is 19, which should be this one. Does that look right? It doesn't. It does not look right to me. I think this one was 19 and this one was 17. All right, gotta redo that. All right. Kind of annoying. Hopefully we don't break a piece trying to fix this. I guess what I should do is push the pins back out. Probably the best way to do that. Alright, now I got some space. Now I could pull them off. So that's actually 19. $17 is the longer one. Kind of looks the same, but it's a little longer. Okay, now 19 goes on the top. Having pushed those pins in and out, they're now weaker. Because I took them out, they got weaker. I'm contemplating replacing those pins, or at least one of them. Well, let's see where it's going to be used. Maybe it's going to be used in a spot where it's going to be wedged in there and can't move. Alright, now we got to put the other 3 pins. So we're going to do them parallel to the track. That's the way to do them. And it's going to be 16 close to the track and then 18 on top of 16. So which one is 18 and which one is 16? 16 has... Oh, they both have 3 pins. So 16 has 3 pins and 18 has 3 pins. 16 is has longer space after that first pin. It's like a little bit 16 is a little bit longer than 18. Basically. All right. Something's wrong. We have a piece we didn't use yet. Where were we supposed to use it? Come on. C13. Oh, wait a second. C13, C25. Maybe we were never supposed to punch this piece out. Like, what piece is this? 16, 17, 18, 19. F10 times 5. 17, 18, 25. How many Fs? 17, 18, 25. J7. I don't know what this piece is. I'm just going to go, let's just go through the whole instructions and see if we ever see that piece. It's not C13, it's not C25, it's not F17, not F18, not J7. All right. No pieces added in this middle construction. It's not F25, it's not D17, it's not D19, it's not F10, it's not D16, it's not D18. I don't know what this piece is. I don't know where this piece came from, but I guess we don't need it. I don't know. I mean, I wish I could rewind the video and see where I got it from, but it's clearly not used on the top half of page 37. Let's just take one more look, but I mean, I didn't see it used. All right. Nope. Nowhere to be found. I'll tell you what, I think I could maybe think where I would use it, but no, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. All right, second half of page 37. What do we got going on here? Oh, D15. This is D15, and it's the first piece that we're going to use on the second half of page 37. I don't know why I knocked it out early. Maybe it was a coincidence. Anyway, then F23 times 2, F28, 33, and 34. So that's 6 pieces. So that's going to bring us to 674. Those 6 pieces. So there's D15. So everything else will be from the F board. F23 times 2, 28, 33, and 34. So where are these pieces? F23. So the D15, we probably should have double checked that that piece was in fact D15. Yeah, it is. You can see there. It's D15. Okay, F23 times 2. There's so many pieces on this F board. Okay. F23 are tiny little pins. So we need 2 of them. We knocked out 4 of them. I'll just put 2 of them on the scrap heap and get 2 of them ready to work with. Wow. Some pieces are breaking off in my fingers. All right, F23, F33, F34. 28, 33, 34. Suddenly I'm seeing F23s everywhere. Why can't you find the piece when you're looking for it, but when you're not looking for it, it's right there? All right, F28, 33, and 34. This says this is 33 and 34. These like very exotically cut and inked pieces are 33 and 34. And the other piece we need is 28, which I didn't notice yet. I should check the scrap heap because maybe it's one of the pieces that fell out early and is in the scrap heap now. If we don't see it, let's give it another quick scan here. F28. All right, let's see what it looks like in the instructions. Oh, that is a very distinct piece, that F28. It's like some ramp with arrows on it. If we did knock that out already, we should be able to find it. We also should be able to find it if it's still on the F board. I don't see it still on... Oh, I do see it. It's right here. You know what? The triangles are very faded. Like they look clear on the instructions, but on the actual piece, they're quite faded. Anyway, that looks like the bottom of a ramp, like right there. All right, let's get to work. We still didn't attach this yet. Were we supposed to? Let's see. No, they didn't say yet. All right, now this piece attaches to this piece. Like, why did we have that ready? It's like we knew that's what we were supposed to do, even though the instructions hadn't told us yet. All right, and it attaches with these two pins, which are called F23. The pins go in the bottom. They go through the top of that piece. Obviously, it's got to be lined up perfect to get it in. I think it's supposed to go flush on the bottom. Although, so far, that's not the case. Looks like they're not in, like, completely how they're supposed to be. I keep working on the left side of the board because the tabletop is taking up the right side of the board. Or the middle, really. But I gotta just work over the tabletop. Either that or take the tabletop off camera, but then we're gonna have to keep putting it back on camera every time we attach something to it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, why did we do that? Let's see. While assembling, press with your fingers as shown. I'd like to point out that there's a drawing of fingers. I don't recall ever seeing that before. They look like thumbs, actually. But anyway. Oh, and there's two thumbs on top, but there's a finger underneath. I guess that's the point of it. If you look at the top thumb, and then you look underneath the piece of wood, there's a like pointer finger. I guess what they're trying to say is use your finger for support when you push the piece on. All right, so what is that piece that one pushed on? All right, it's this piece that we built here. So where do they want that? They want it on this, added to this, but it goes like this way, like 1, 2, 3. Is that what they're looking for? 1, 2, 3. There's more connectors here, but I guess we're going to deal with those later. So this is why they want the finger underneath. So you're going to squeeze with the finger on one side and the thumb on the other side. But I can't get them in from this side, so we got to use this hand. So I guess we got to make this connection first and then connect those two. Because if you connect these two first, then you've got to do this one left-handed, which there's no room to do. I'm not even sure where the connector is. There's nothing to connect to here. What am I missing? Oh, okay. There's two pieces, but you only can see them from the underside. You can't see them from the top because there's a rail covering them. All right, so what do those connect to? These two pieces? Because those two pieces are not in line. What's going on here? These pieces are not in line. Well, let's just try it and see what happens. This is not going to be easy. My goodness. All right, now I'm thinking I do want to make those other two connections first, because this connection's impossible. But at least if we do the other two first, then we'll have it lined up, and we just have to wiggle with those things. So we will be doing it left-handed, because right-handed is impossible. No, because doing it first is impossible. All right, so there's one pin. I can't see anything. The fact that I'm behind the microphone and camera is just adding to the difficulty. I basically can't get my I can't get a close-up look at what I'm doing. Got it. It's not on. Oh, that's bad. Might have bent the piece. You know what? Let's put the piece in first and then put it into the board. So we got the piece already in. Now we line it up with the bottom. And now we try to get that first piece in. All right. Got the first two connections. Now we got to make this impossible two connections. Oh my goodness. I just broke the other one. Well, I don't know if I broke it or detached it or what I did. I basically just squeezed it, and that's a bad thing to do. Yep. In the process of trying to make the second connection, I undid the first connection, so now I'm trying to do that again. All right, it's mostly on. Well, it's all the way on. All right, so now we just have to do this new connection. All right, we're back to this section. Trying to find an angle that where at least I can see what I'm doing. Okay, that looks good. Got it. Got one of them. Got them both. Hey, we're good. This is done. Touch and go there for a second, but we got it. Does it look right, or did we do like something insane? Let's compare to the picture. Looks good. We didn't use these three pieces yet. Like, some very nice pieces here. Very artistic. What are we supposed to do with them? Is this one broken? Oh, okay. Wow, this one has like teeth on it. What is going on? Oh! This has teeth and this has holes. They're going to go together. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. So we're sort of setting up for the next page. So this is like done. These ramps. Does it seem like there's a guardrail missing on this side? I guess there's something's going to connect there. I don't know what, but something. It's like going to be a wall or something. And then we're going to make these pieces. And then that's it for today. And then just because, I mean, I would like to do 2 pages in a day, but, you know, I guess I can't. I guess I'm not that talented. All right, so we grab this ink side up. Does it say which one's F33 and which one's F34? Or do we have to know by sort of how they look? The fat end of this piece, 33 and 34, connects to the thin end of 28. So that's how you know which side it goes. Because, again, ink side out. We always do ink side out. So that's how we're going to do it. And that puts the 2 hooks on the fat end of the ramp. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know what it is. I guess it's going to be the bottom of one of these ramps, maybe here. I don't know. We can scroll to the next page and take a quick peek. All right, so we're done with page 37. So page 38. Yeah, that's exactly where that's going. And that'll be the first thing we do tomorrow. I'm John Rapp. This is Just Rest Your Eyes. Good night, and see you